Namaste and welcome to KYG.
Welcome to Kaivalya Kitchen.
Kaivalya Kitchen, is that what you're going to call it?
Yeah.
Okay, Kaivalya Kitchen. I thought it would be Maya's kitchen, but nevertheless.
It's all Kaivalya.
Okay, so today we are going to share a very simple recipe, given the fact that now we are in this period where we are worried about allergies and catching flu and viruses and so on. So the idea is, the first line of defense is to build your immune system. So what is it that we can do to build the immune system, right? So one of the things that we have been having every morning, and the ingredients that you'll soon see, it goes into our food every day. But on top of that, every day, where we mix it in salads and regular food, we have decided to have this. And so we want to share what we are doing with this wonderful black tea. I just love it. Do you like this?
I do.
Well, she has to like it. She's the one who makes it. So let's see what these ingredients are and how you could consider having this black tea, because I believe it helps in building the immune system. It's got a lot of vitamin C and vitamin A and other antioxidants. Okay? Oxidants. How do you say it? Oxidants. All right. Two of the main ingredients in this black tea are lemon and green chili. Why lemon and green chili? You have seen in many of the Hindu households, like this uncle and auntie who are sitting here, on their doorway you will see, if you have ever been in India, and many Indian households here too, what they do is they tie this on the doorway. Why? Because lemon and green chilies have the power, obviously obtained from the cosmos, power to keep evil away, keep disease away. Now, while it's a good idea to hang them on the doorway of the houses, it's perhaps a better idea to consume them. So what we are going to see is how we are going to have this in our chai, in our tea, along with a host of other ingredients. We made it simple so that you can refer to this to make your list of what you need. Okay, so Maya, are you ready to share your magic?
All right. So before we get started, let's put Uncle and Auntie away. They can watch over us from here and supervise. Okay.
Oh, they're happy. They're nodding. See that? Okay.
So all these spices that you see here are found in an Indian grocery store.
What are the spices?
Easily available. I'll get to each one.
Okay.
So we start with, this is coriander powder. Now you do get the coriander seeds like this, but for ease of making, we can just use the powder itself. You could get the seeds and powder them too if you want to do that.
Okay.
You get this in the Indian store. Okay, easily available coriander powder.
Now, we're not promoting any of these brands. We just picked up these packets.
Right.
So it's up to you to change brands. Am I right, Maya?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we're not brand conscious here. You would get these online too, but they'll be more expensive. I'm sure anywhere you could find an Indian grocery store, and these are very easily available there. So the next is turmeric. Everybody knows how good turmeric is for health. So this is turmeric powder. Then we have amchur, which is a dry mango powder made from raw green mangoes, and this has a tang to it. It's kind of sour, so it gives a nice tang and good flavor.
Mango is high in vitamin C, and also it has a combination of vitamin C and vitamin A, which makes it very unique, different from regular vitamin C products like kiwi and lemon and so on.
Next we have, the Indian word is ajwain powder. You also have the ajwain seed, which is either caram or caraway. You may know it as a caraway seed.
Caraway seeds?
Caraway seeds.
Okay.
So again, you could just get the seed and powder it, or you get the ready powder.
So these are just seeds, right?
That's just the seeds.
Okay.
And these are extremely good for digestion.
And this is what?
That's the powder.
Okay.
Then we have dried mint leaves. Again, you could find it in the store. Most of Northeast Ohio or Northeast America, it's difficult to really dry the things, and we don't want to use microwaves. So you could just get this.
Okay.
These are dried mint leaves. Again, mint is another very healthy herb and also adds a lot of flavor to the drink. Black salt. Doesn't look black, right? It's more pink in color. But this is very commonly used in mostly North Indian cooking. Again, it's a very healthy salt. It's made from rock salt. And it does have a kind of a smoky-ish flavor as compared to regular salt. So not everyone may like the taste, but when you mix it up with all these herbs, you really won't feel that taste separately.
One of the reasons why I wanted black salt in the recipe is because not only is it tasty, I like the taste, but also because when you have green chilies, you may experience some kind of heartburn. So this is a very good thing for heartburn, flatulence, weight loss, and all of that kind of digestion problem. All of that is really rectified and balanced in this. It brings a fire element into balance. So black salt is a really good ingredient to put in generally in anything. When you make salads and anything you want, it's tasty, but it's also really good. And it has slightly less sodium content than the regular table salt, but it also has a lot more potassium and stuff. Anyway, so you can Google all that regarding black salt. Okay, what else?
And then instead of your regular table salt, we like to use the Himalayan pink salt. Rock salt, this is the powdered version, you could just use that. Okay. And black pepper, again, extremely good for the system. So black pepper powder. You can get the pepper and powder it too, or just use the black pepper powder.
Okay.
And finally, the fresh ingredients. Lemon. Okay. For this recipe, I will give you the quantities, but 1 big lemon. Fresh ginger, again found easily in any grocery store. And green chilies. Now, green chilies is optional. If you can't handle too much of the heat or the spice, then you can leave this out. It's extremely good for the system, so maybe you could just have it once in a while.
Can I say that green chili, can they put very little in case they find it spicy?
Yeah.
See, the thing is, what Maya did was she prepared this concoction, right? This is the magic potion from Asterix and Obelix, if you guys read it ever. So anyway, if you soak the green chili in this, like I like it, but it makes it very spicy. So you don't have to soak the green chili then if you don't want it as spicy. Just pour this concoction and put a couple of pieces. The longer this is soaking green chili, the longer it's soaking, the more spicier this thing is going to get. So play with that, right? Am I right?
Right, absolutely. That's a mixture of the lemon juice, green chili, and the fresh ginger grated and put in there. So I'm going to start with, this is a 1/4 teaspoon measured that I have here. Okay. You could eyeball it too. So we start with a 1/4 teaspoon of the black pepper. Okay. A 1/4 teaspoon of the black salt.
So you're finishing all the 1/4 teaspoons.
I'm finishing
together.
the 1/4 teaspoon.
Okay, that makes it easy.
Right. And then we have a 1/4 teaspoon of the mint leaves, dry mint. A 1/4 teaspoon of the caraway powder, carom powder. Ajwain.
Okay.
And then we go 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric is enough. You don't need too much of that. And a 1/4 teaspoon of the coriander powder. Okay. Himalayan salt, about 1/2 teaspoon.
Now, this is something I guess y'all can try this.
Right.
In case you have people at home with hypertension and blood pressure, you don't want too much of this. Okay.
And then the amchur, which is the mango powder, I like to put at least 1 teaspoon of it because that's what is going to give you, that tangy taste.
Absolutely. I love this amchur.
So that's the one that we have maximum quantity. Okay.
Good.
So now these are already powdered, but just to blend them well and also powder the mint leaves, I'm just going to use this mortar and pestle.
She just likes to play with this thing. I don't know. Like
I
this
love it.
the auntie is sitting here with that same thing.
See,
you have a resemblance.
it just makes me feel like
I know.
chef. Okay.
You look like that auntie also, and I look like that uncle.
Yeah.
In many of my videos in the temples. That's Sundar and Maya.
Okay, so here you go.
Sorry.
That's the mixture. Already done.
Let's see how it looks in the light. Okay. So you can taste it, right? And then see what is missing.
Yeah,
if you want a little more amchur or a little more salt.
You don't have to stick with these quantities. These are just, this is guideline, and you can always reduce or increase based on your taste. Now this obviously, this quantity is not going to be just for 1 cup or 2 cups of tea. So this is something you can make and keep away the powder and then just add in maybe a teaspoonful.
We had
like
made
we
this
already
already
have
and
this
kept,
here.
so you don't need too much in your cup of chai. Don't
Depending on how strong you want it, you just add that in. Okay. So that's how the powder looks. Next, I have 1 lemon here. So juice of 1 lemon. I like to roll it out nicely so it gets the juices going. Okay, and cut it. If you, I don't have, the lemon squeezer thing, so I just use my hand. If you have that, it's much easier. So that's the juice of 1 lemon. Okay, and then next is the green chili.
So how many green chilies you want to put is optional,
right?
But even 1 can make it very spicy. So maybe
these
you could have
small chilies, which I buy in the Indian grocery store, are really spicy. So you can decide how much you want to put in it. I'm just going to put 1. So
Do they have to cut it in small pieces? Like you want to soak it, just cut it lengthwise. Also put it. Can you show that option? Because we already have this here.
Right.
And that's it. And let it soak there a little bit. Then what else?
We have the fresh ginger. So that's the ginger. I just take about this much. Okay.
Again, that depends on the taste,
on how strong or not you want. Peel it out. Okay, and then I just use my little grater here. So the reason we grate it and not really chop it is because when you grate it, the juices from the ginger really comes out and you get a lot more flavor than if you're just going to chop it into pieces and put it in there.
So if they want a stronger ginger flavor after doing this, can they just leave the pieces in the water for soaking it?
Yeah, you could just leave it there.
Okay.
Here, that's the concoction. Okay.
Okay.
Now, to this, we could, we have black tea leaves, just regular black tea. Okay. So the way I made it is we need very, very little of this. We don't, it's not like our regular chai. So literally like for 2 cups, I would just take maybe 1 teaspoon of the tea. Okay. You can have this whole concoction without tea, just in hot water too. But tea adds a little flavor to it. Okay, so we boiled up the tea, just let it sit for a bit, and that's what we got. Okay, and now to this, we will add a little bit of our spice mixture. So this is about, for this quantity, I would take 1 spoon of this. Again, you can add more or less depending on how you like the taste. Okay, so mix that in, and then I will strain this. Tangy and nice.